Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Weyerbacher. This is their Blasphemy. And this is a great big beer. It's 11.8%er. It's in a great big bottle, corked and caged, 750 milliliter. Rico sent this to me, so Rico, thanks again my brother for sending me the awesome beers that you do send. So Weyerbacher's definitely stepped up to the plate. 5 or 6 years ago they were doing fairly mediocre transitional beers in my opinion. But now they are doing some really tasty stuff, and they've stepped up to the plate. Commercial description on this, guys, it says, Blasphemy is our award-winning quad aged in bourbon barrels, but not overaged, so we picked up gentle vanilla oaky notes which complement rather than supersede the complex qualities that already make quad such an incredible beer. And Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, neither one have the IBUs listed on this, and it's not on the bottle, so we're going to go over to Untapped, and they say the IBUs are 39 on this bottle. So I'm going to start using Untapped also with Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, because I am on there. Anybody that wants to look me up, I don't post a lot there. I'm going to change that. I'm going to start posting more stuff on Untapped. I'm Big Valves, BIGVALVES, Big Valves. So you can look me up, send me a friend request if you so choose to, and you can follow me along on there. I'm going to start posting more stuff on Untapped. So I'm up well over 2,000 beer reviews, and haven't posted a whole lot of stuff on there. Well, we'll see how that goes. I just want to get as much information without having to go into the brewer's website, because a lot of times they'll tell you stuff and hype the beer up quite a bit, and I just don't like doing that. So I want to give you my honest opinion of what I think of the beer, not what they think of the beer. So, alright, let's get on with this one. Food pairings for this says cheese is a buttery brie good Havarti Swiss, sharp blue cheddar, and the meat is beef, smoked meat, and game. Glassware snifter, tulip, goblet, or chalice. I've got my favorite snifter, and can be sold for long periods of time. So that is all we need to talk about. So let's stop talking and get the cork and cage off of this bad boy. And this being a great big 750 with a cork in it, I'd say this is not a cheap beer. This is probably in the $20 to $25 range if I was guessing. And that cork is in there. Sometimes they come right out, sometimes they don't. And I am not going to be able to get this out of there. I finally got it to move. Alright, here we go. Nice little into the glass we go. 11.8%, doesn't look like it's too overcarbonated. So let's go down the center on the back end of the pour and see if we can generate a little bit of head. Alright. Leave enough in there for her. Not quite a finger of head. And over to the light, guys, and I've got a little bit of sunlight still coming through the blinds here. It is a brown, murky colored, caramel colored beer. And the sunlight coming out, it is very cloudy through the bulb part of the glass, but I can see some bubbles and a little bit more brownness through the thin part on the bottom there. Over to just the light I have over here, it is pretty dark brown, guys. So let's get a nose on and see what we got. Ooh, big sweetness. caramel, toffee, dark fruit. Maybe just a little bit of the barrel aging in there. Maybe some vanilla. And some woodiness in there. Very reminiscent of a quad or a barley wine. Very big, sweet back end. Well, let's give it a taste, see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very well done. Very nicely done. Almost 12%, guys. 11.8%. Drink this one at home. Or have somebody to drive you home if you're drinking it not at home. Just slight hints of some alcohol or bourbon in there. Just ever so slightly. If you're looking for something with a big off-the-chain bourbon or whiskey notes, this is not it. Oh, monster beer. Great final beer of the evening, which it is for me. And I save these kind of beers for the final beer of the evening reviews. So once I get to the 12%, I'm done. It's usually me reviewing a beer after I've had a 12%er, because usually I'm shit-faced by then, or not giving you the alcohol influences the opinion a lot of times. So I try not to do too many big beers in a row. And I'm doing this on Saturday, I think it's the 29th or 30th of July. I'm way ahead, guys, with all the wonderful beers Rico and Brandon and all the rest of you have been sending me. I'm about a month ahead. So I'll be doing this at the end of July, and it will not post until somewhere probably at the end of August. But these big beers are going to keep. This beer is going to sell for a long, 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 long time. And I'll look at the bottle and see if there's any kind of dating or anything on it when I come back. Wonderful. Wonderful aroma. I'm sure the other half's going to love this. She loves these big beers like this as I do. Wow. Very tasty. Very well done. Weyerbacher thumbs up on this one. Very, very tasty. A great beer to sell, guys. Well, let me sip on it and go out and fire up a stogie and sip on this for a while. And I'll come back and see where this one ends up. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on about 30 minutes or so. Very tasty. Looked at the bottle when I come back. There is no vintage on it anywhere. For a brewed once beer, but they're not going to use the labels over again. Put the vintage on it, guys. 2015, 2014, 2016. So we'll know what year it was put in the bottle. Even though it's a brewed once beer, and you can probably go to the website and see when it was brewed. If you're at the store, you shouldn't have to get out your smartphone to figure out how old the beer is. So I've got a problem with that. These guys are big enough they could have printed the vintage on there that it was done in 2015, and they choose not to. So I choose not to give them a better grade. That's just me. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 88. Me, guys, we're going to do the final chug here, and I'm going to tell you what I think of it. Very nice, sweet alcohol, very well hidden, especially for a bourbon or a barrel-aged beer. Big roasted caramel notes, hints of dark fruit. Wow. Awesome smell, guys. Very well made. Alcohol is very well hidden for almost a 12% or 11.8%. Wow. Delicious beer, guys. A great beer to cellar. You may want to go to the website, figure out when it was done. I'm pretty sure it's a 2015 edition. I can't swear to that because there's nothing written on the bottle. I'm pretty sure Rico pulled this out of his private stash or collection and sent it to me, but very tasty, very well done, and I don't fault him for that. I fault the brewery for not putting a vintage on the label, especially if it's a brewed once beer. They're not going to brew it again. Put the vintage on the label, guys. That's, please do it. That way we know. You got 2015 written on the label. We know when it was done. If you want to sell it for 5, 10 years, you pull it out 10 years later. Oh, this was done in 2015. We know. But even if you buy some weird coincidence, this beer is still available on the shelf somewhere, you still don't know how old the beer is. You might be able to put it, I bought it on this date, but it doesn't tell how old the beer is. So they're big enough to do that. So Weyerbacher, thumbs down for that. But thumbs up for brewing a great beer. Blasphemy is a very tasty beer, a great beer for cellaring. 9 out of 10 from me on this one, guys, because it doesn't have a vintage on it. If it had a vintage on it, I would probably set up to the plate and give it a little bit better grade. But numeric rating on this, guys, is 95. That's where I'm going to put it. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 88. I think it's a little better than an 88. I think it's into the A category, in the middle of the A category, as a matter of fact. But I'm not going to go any further than that because it doesn't have the vintage on the bottom. And over to Rate Beer says 95 overall, 82 in the style. And over to Untapped, and like I told you guys yesterday, I'm going to start using these guys, 2 along with Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. Both of them got 4 out of 5 stars on this beer. And like I told you, 39 IBUs is what they're saying the beer is. So I can believe that. It's a very sweet back-end beer, very much so like a barley wine. So very tasty, very, very tasty. I enjoyed this. Rico, once again, my friend, thank you for sending this one to me. Very tasty beer. I just wish Weyerbacher would step up to the plate, and especially on a brewed once beer, and put the vintage on the label. Even though 11.8, almost 12%er, it's not going to go bad, but we want to know that. We want to know what year it was put in the freaking bottle. It's not rocket science, guys. It is not rocket science. They just choose not to because they can put this on the shelf and it's 11.8%, and in this style it's going to keep for a long, long time, so they choose not to put it on there. So that cost you. It could have been a 10 beer, guys. And if you say it's a 10 beer, I'm not going to argue with that. But I want more information on my bottle than what they're giving me. So with that being said, if you have, let me know what you know. Let me know what you think of it. I thought it was very, very tasty. A great beer to cellar. A great beer for the final beer of the evening. So with that being said, if you have, let me know what you think. This is the Blasphemy from Weyerbacher. Very tasty beer, guys. Come on back tomorrow. Let's go dig out something tasty out of the fridge. See you then.